Okay, so I'm making this trammel hook to go on this tripod that I made. Very simple tripod, 1/2 inch square, twist in the middle, point at the end, joined at the top. Dead simple. So what I'm going to do is see what I've got in the scrap bin, or the offcuts bin, see what we can make it with. I know roughly what I'm looking for. Bit of 1/4 or something round, that'll do. Bit of 8mm round. Have some of that, and then a bit of flat. Looks like the jobby there. 1/4 or 3/16, not sure what that is. Maybe 1/4. That'll do. Not the right lengths, but it'll do. So I don't really know what size I'm going to need. Let's see what they start out as. That one's 12 3/4. That one's 16 1/4. So we'll start with that and we'll see how we get on. First of all, I'm going to put a hook on the end of this. So let's get her warm. I was actually asked to make this tripod, and they didn't specify the Trammel hook, but I thought it'd be quite nice to make one and give them the option. I'm doing hooks for it as well, just ordinary S hooks, but I thought I'd take the opportunity to quickly knock one of these up. I think they'll quite appreciate it to go with the tripod. Just keeping the same thickness of material, not really thinning it down, trying to keep it about the same. Again, I'm just sort of eyeballing how much I need. I haven't done any sort of measurement of it, just doing it to how it looks about right. So I've got enough to make a hook. We're getting there. I'm just drawing the end down to a bit of a point, a blunt point. I'm trouble holding onto my hammer today, so a bit of spit on the old palm. That's almost there. Yeah, I reckon that'll do it. Let's kink that over, ready for the bend. Got that a bit hot, that point. I think I rather burnt the end off a little bit. Let's put a little curly cue on there. Let's get it hot again. See, I just cooled out the little curly cue so I don't damage that too much when I'm forming the rest of it. I think that might just about do it. It might need opening up a little bit. Not sure, that might be a little bit tight for 1/2 inch square to go in there, but I'll try it and see. It actually worked quite well. Hook's on there a treat, so I haven't touched it. Right, let's see how long we want it now. I really don't think I want it that long. It's now 13 and a quarter, so I'm going to take about 2 inches off, I think. That'll do. I'll just whip that off. You've got to bear in mind, if you've got, the longer you start with this, the closer to the fire you're going to get, so the less sort of adjustment you've got. Unless you've got a huge, great tripod, you run the risk of being too close to the fire. So you don't want it too long to start with. Right, let's see if we can work out some measurements. I'm just going to run a line down the middle. So we've got something to work from. And then the one on the end, we want just the width of the width in. Then we'll see about working them out. I'm going to leave the next one about 2.5 inches, I reckon, between that and the first one, and then we'll go to about, I don't know, about there. What does that leave us in between? About 5.5 inches. So if I do them at about 1.125 ish, let's see how that goes. So how does that look? Looks a little bit close together to me. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't know if I like that. I think they're a bit too close together. No, let's start again. Let's do them at about 1.5 inches. See how that goes. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm just going to centre pop them. You want a decent centre dot because you're going to want to see these when they're hot. Give them a fair old clout. You'll see them okay. Now I'm going to punch these with my stud punch, not that one, my 3/8 stud punch, which I use for putting stud holes in horseshoes. And whack them through there and start with the bottom one. I'm not sure how big these need to be, but I think they need to be a little bit bigger than that. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit more. I don't want them too big and sloppy, but I don't want them too tight that we won't get that bar in. I reckon I'm opening them up to about 1/2 inch, just by eye. You just see the dark spot you need to put your punch on. Nearly there. 2 more to go. Last one. Alright, that's got the holes. Let's just level it all up, straighten it out a little bit. Got a little bit of a kink at one end, don't quite know why. There you go. Now we've just got to bend that very end one quite close to the hole. So I'm going to get it hot, and you can just see there I just cooled out up to the hole. I'm going to hold it in the vise so that hopefully the hole won't distort. And just get a nice 90-degree bend on it. It's gone a little bit over, but we can soon pull that out. So you want the hole quite close to the bend because it puts a bit of a unusual pull on the hook otherwise. In fact, I think that could have been even closer really. Could have done with it a little bit closer, but I'm not going to muck about with it now. I think it will still work quite well. This is my usual story. I haven't made one of these before, so it's all a bit hit and miss. Sorted. That's that bit done. So now we've got the round. Again, that's going to be way too long, but I'm going to leave it long so I can hold on to it. Because what we've got to do, we want to bend a piece over at the top there to go through the hole, and then have a hook on this end. So that's how long it needs to be. But we'll cut that once we've put the hook on the end. Leaving it long just means you don't need to use tongs. A reasonable point on it, not a great big long thing, but long enough. Keep it square, and then gradually, once it's square taper, then we can turn it into a round. Knock the corners off, then knock the corners off, then knock the corners off. You end up round. I think that'll do it. Have a little curly on the end. Call out the curly. Offset it. Can't really see very well from there, but I'll have to move the camera. Get it warm again. That'll be just about it. I reckon that'll do it. Nothing fancy. And there we go. Alright, let's work out how long we're going to need it. So that's about where I want it hanging when it's at its top point. So that's got to go in that hole. So I reckon if I cut about an inch past that, that'll be ample. Absolutely ample. So let's see if I can find my pencil. Where's that gone? Alright. As if by magic, that's cut. So I'm just going to put a shallow point on that and then turn it 90 degrees to the hook. So it's not in the same plane as the hook or opposite, it's off to one side. I'm going to put a shallow point on this, not anywhere near like the first point. Just put a little bit of a taper on it. Yeah, it's a taper rather than a point. Working it at the black heat really just gets rid of all the hammer marks. You end up with a nice clean job. Alright, let's work out where I've got to bend it. So I reckon about there. Now the clever amongst you will have spotted I bent it the wrong way. What I was just telling you about which way it's got to go, I've done it wrong, so I'm going to have to twist that. But there you go, you just want it over 90 degrees. So I've twisted it round and we're just over 90 and that goes in there a treat. You can see what I mean about the, or when I turn it sideways, about having the hole quite close. It could have been a little bit closer. This last hole is a bit tricky to get in. It does go, but it's a little bit tricky. I might shorten that pin off a bit. You can see there, that would have been better if that hole, bottom hole had been closer. But it still works for my first attempt. I'm fairly pleased. Let's see how long it is. So we've got 12 inches at its shortest. And at its longest, let's have a look, 18. So we've got 6 inches of travel, which isn't too bad. So with that and the combination of the hooks, I think that will give ample travel. I'm just giving it a quick wire brush up, tidied it up a little bit. Amazing what a wire brush can do. And there you go. works on their retreat. So I hope the people will be happy with that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.